What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today I want to talk about setting your perfect day. Now, before we get to the gains and before we get to the shredded abs, before we get to the overflowing bank accounts, we got to talk about structuring your perfect day, because if you're playing catch up all day, you're not making gains in anywhere, any aspect of your life. You're not moving things forward. This is going to be a quick video. What you do is you go to bed early the night before, right? Go to bed earlier the night before than you normally do right now. Go to bed an hour earlier than you normally do. That's no big deal. If you normally go to bed at 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. or midnight, go to bed at 11, 12, 1. Go to bed an hour earlier than you normally do, and wake up a half hour earlier. You've netted 30 minutes of additional sleep while starting your day 30 minutes earlier. You've actually gotten more sleep time total by waking up earlier. This is a big one. Just try this. If you can't do this, you don't deserve to be successful. Number 2 is when you do wake up, take 30 seconds and breathe. Shut your eyes and breathe. Be aware, be conscious, and express gratitude for your day, for all the beautiful things around you, for all the people you care about, for the opportunity itself that presents you over the next 24 hours. Show gratitude. Take 30 seconds to show gratitude. If you can't do that, if you can't take 30 seconds to appreciate all the great things that you have around you, you don't deserve to be successful. Now we get up and we actively start our day. We use the restroom, we wash our hands, we step on the scale, we record our weight, we move forward, we drink purified water, we go for a walk, we move our body in some way, we meditate, we visualize, we breathe, we stare at the sun, and we write our 5 goals down. And everyone's morning fitness routine is different, but it should be something. And it can be mental fitness on this day, where you simply count back from 300 and you breathe and you meditate. It can be putting on your sneakers and walking out your door and performing 45 to 60 minutes of low-intensity, steady-state cardiovascular activity. It could be performing your 20-minute morning, 5 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of vigorous exercise, and 5 minutes of goal setting. Each day, each phase might be different, but it has to be something. We have to get a good night of sleep. We have to wake up or earlier than we normally do. We have to show gratitude for all the great things we have, and then we have to start pushing. We have to start pushing. We push our mind. We push our body. We prepare our mind and body to excel this day, because we're just getting started. We're warming up for the day. And then we fuel the breakfast bowl. We pound down a breakfast bowl. We're ready to go. We have more time because we woke up early. We have all this extra time to be calm, to be at peace, to plan. And I talked about goal setting, right? We set our goals. We set our 5 goals for the day. We set our 5 goals that regard fitness and family and finance, your future, and then for me. 20% of your time you can be selfish. For me. Fitness, family, finance, future, and for me. We set 5 small goals for ourselves every single day. Just something small, something tiny, something that you don't have to tell anybody about. That could be so insignificant, it doesn't really it's not worthy of discussion, but it's moving you forward. It's moving those chains 1 millimeter, 1 inch, 1 foot, 1 yard down the field. You're prioritizing those 5 areas of your life, and usually these become pretty big. And they're daily, and it's every day. Every day you set 5 goals. Every week you've set and achieved 35 goals. The practice of setting and achieving 5 goals per day is magical, because every day you're setting and achieving goals, day after day after day after day after day. How many of you right now have set and achieved 5 goals in your entire life? Have been consciously aware of what those goals are, wrote them down, and enacted a plan to achieve them? Most haven't set and achieved 5 goals in their entire life. You have the opportunity to now do this every single day. How good does that make you at being successful? And guys and girls, this is before you even leave your house. This is before you're out of your jammies, most of you. This is how you've started your day. This is how it works. We get a good night's sleep. We wake up earlier than most, earlier than we usually do. We wake up earlier so we can do more things to make us successful while having more rest. Because don't think you're going to be tired because you just gained an extra 30 minutes of sleep simply by waking up 30 minutes earlier. See how smart people set them up to be successful? Do everything that's in their best interest, are efficient with their time, efficient with their energy so they can do more. Right? We move our body, we move our mind, we prime our body, we prime our mind. We're gracious, we express gratitude, we set goals. So now we have our GPS set for the day. And then we attack. And then we attack our day. And everyone's day will be different, but everyone's day should conform to the same basic principles. You must fuel yourself. You must be fueled. You must be eating the highest quality octane that you can get your hands on, right? Right? What type of fuel should this type of hyper alpha successful person put in them? Shit? Garbage? Crap? Inefficient fuel? No, 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 my friends. That is not you. You are not planning a life of inefficiency. You're planning a life of unparalleled success. Therefore, you should be fueling. You're worthy of fueling yourself with the most high quality nutrients you can get your hands on in ample supply to fuel the work, to fuel the machine, to fuel the muscle tissue, to fuel the cognitive output, fuel, high quality fuel. Now, how do we do that? Because a lot of you guys know you should be eating well and you pretend you eat well, but you really don't eat well. You eat one good meal per day maybe and a bunch of shit on the side throughout the day. Sometimes you skip meals in that shit. Sometimes you eat so-so meals. You go to Chipotle or Subway or some of these other fake clean food restaurants. Well, it comes down to simple planning, right? I don't bring every single meal I'm going to eat with me in a little lunchbox. Because I know where I'm going to be. There's places for me to go and get those foods prepared. I know where I'm going to be because I'm planned. I know what I'm going to do. When I travel to other continents, in other cities, in other towns, in other districts, I know before I go exactly what's there. What are all the restaurants in that area? Let me pull up the menus. Let me see what's on there. Where are all the grocery stores? Where's all the convenience stores? Where's all the bodegas? Where's all the farmers markets? I do that before I go because I plan. Because I plan. I know yesterday what I'm going to do today, where I'm going to be today, what I need to bring with me, and what can I get when I'm out. I do not lower my value because I do not lower the value of myself. So I don't lower the value of the foods that I contain. I don't consume inferior fuel sources. That's what it is. And don't pretend with your whole YOLO and you know, just live a little bit, because that's dying. You're just dying a little bit when you do that. So let's keep it clear. I'm crisp. I understand this completely. And I want to wave away, I'm waving over here from outside the matrix, trying to pull you out so you can actually see what your life actually is and how disordered it really is. How disordered your sleep patterns are, how disordered your stress levels are, how disordered your nutrition habits are, how disordered your exercise program is, how disordered your worldview is, your view on health and fitness, and as you relate to the world of health and fitness. It's all skewed. So we need to peel it back. We need to get more sleep, rest, recovery. We need to show gratitude for our day. We need to meditate and visualize stress management. We need to move our body, get our blood flowing, warm the machine up throughout the day, and have intentional, intelligent exercise scheduled throughout the week. 3 to 5 sessions per week on average for high-performing people, sometimes even more. So we have our rest. We have our stress management. We have our exercise. And our nutrition, of course, the highest quality nutrients possible. We have our nutrition on point. The 4 pillars of health, success, vitality. The 4 pillars of vitality are what you need in order to now start making those gains that we mentioned in the beginning of this conversation. Gaining more muscle, getting leaner, increasing your financial net worth, what have you. Success, winning in any aspect of life. You have to have this foundation, because if you're super stressed out, all life sucks. If you don't exercise, all life sucks. If you don't eat well, all life sucks. If you don't sleep well, all life sucks. So we get that stuff. And this is how to structure your day. Just think of your day in this manner, in this capacity. Now, everyone's day is a little bit different. We work with military operators and emergency responders and shift workers and school teachers and baristas and college students and stay-at-home wives and geriatric and everybody in between. We work with everybody. The goals are different. Your daily schedule is different. But these principles don't change. Ample rest, stress management, intelligent exercise, quality nutrition. Every day, there's no debating that. There's no changing that. There's no substitute for that. This is how you schedule your day. We can break down into the minutia of coming up with a grocery list and going grocery shopping and doing your meal prep or programming your specific exercise or going to an organized class or working with a personal trainer or following an online program. You can get down into the minutia of that, and that's the fun part. That's the fun part that we focus on daily, weekly, monthly. That's the fun part. That's the easy part for those of you who even understand that there has to be structure first and foremost. Because without structure, you don't all of a sudden stumble into meal prep. And I'm not talking meal prep at all in this. I'm just saying eat high quality ingredients with regularity throughout your day. Exercise intelligently and often. Not every day. It doesn't have to be every day. You don't have to be bodybuilder, CrossFit chick. You don't have to be a crazy person in the gym. You just need to move your body in an intelligent fashion with some intensity, regularly. Come on now, just move that body. Push yourself a little bit. Challenge yourself a little bit. Walk one more block. Each time you go for a walk, go 1 block farther, turn around, go home. The next 1 block farther, turn around and go home. Get as far as you can go and then try and do that same longer distance faster. Now let's try and get there and get home faster. That's easy to do. We work with people like that. That's awesome. Or you can go fucking balls out ham in the gym, going fucking crazy. Pendlay rows and weighted chins and fucking, body weight squats for fucking super high reps and walking lunges with 150-pound med balls. You can get crazy. But it all fits in the schedule. Sleep. Come on, get your sleep. Get your sleep. Go get into bed 9 hours before you have to wake up. Get into bed 9 hours before you have to wake up. If you want to have some consensual hanky-panky time, there you go. If you want to scroll your Instagram for a little while, you want to read a book, you want to watch a show, whatever. Get in bed 9 hours before you're supposed to fall asleep. And then be asleep 8 hours beforehand, 8 hours before you're supposed to wake up. Just get in the habit, get in the schedule of showing up for work in bed, right? You got to show up for work. Same thing with bed. You got to show up for work. You can't just, people don't have a time, a set time. They just push it and they push it and they push it and they push it. Schedule. This is how you schedule the perfect day. Every day, every day. You're just aware. You're just aware of these principles. The gratitude, the stress management, that's huge. Take 30 seconds and just be proud, be thankful, be grateful of what you have. You have a bed, you have a roof. Jesus. Your phone works. You have the money to put the bill on. Keep the bill on. Have gratitude for that. The people around you, your spouse, your family, your parents, your children, your neighborhood, the street, your car outside, the beautiful sunny day. You hear the birds. Show gratitude for that. Just get in the practice of doing that. This will make you successful everywhere. And it'll make your life so much better too. Just repeating a few times these general areas. Rest, stress management, intelligent exercise, high quality nutrition. That's it. That's it. That's how we get it scheduled. And then I'll drop more of these videos as we go. And just bring some of this to light because this is necessary. People, they ask these granular questions. How do I grow the teardrop on my left thigh, left quad? And you look at him and like, Jesus Christ, your fucking whole life is a mess. Your whole life is a mess, and you're worried about your left teardrop? Let's get your life in order and then watch how the totality of your physique changes. And I use that as a very strained example. But they're so focused on this tiny little attribute of their life that's meaningless in many ways. If they focused on the bigger issues, then they would have much more success everywhere. You will have much more success everywhere. So I think that's it. That's the rant. This was a rant. And until next time, boom.